Most traders know the patterns. Breakouts, gap fills, bounces off the 9 EMA. And yet, most still fail, not from a lack of knowledge. They fail because they're trading without context. Would you drive blindfolded on the freeway? That's what it's like trading without understanding market structure. Are we trending, consolidating, or reversing? Which setups fit today's environment? What levels truly matter and which are just noise? Market context answers all of that. That's why every morning I post a clear market context and game plan. It's the same blueprint I use before every trade. You'll know if we're in expansion or contraction mode, when to trust the open or fade it, whether a gap will run or reverse, where traders are trapped and where price is likely to react. With context, you're not chasing, you're executing. If you want to trade with clarity and conviction, read the daily game plan by 9 a.m. EST on Substack. Join us live on Discord and YouTube. It's not about seeing more setups. It's about knowing which ones matter before the bell rings.
If you're here to flip coins and gamble, click away. If you're here to actually learn how to trade futures with structure, strategy, and real results, then welcome. Because most people don't make it. Not because they are not smart, but because no one ever taught them how to build a foundation. Hello there and welcome. I'm Sean, the founder of Smart Traders Capital, and truly glad you're here. You have taken the first step into one of the most misunderstood profession is day trading. We believe trading is more than pushing buttons and chasing green candles. It's a craft, a discipline, a journey. Let me be real with you. This world is filled with noise. You have probably seen screenshots, the Lambos, the flashy wins on social medias, but they don't show you is the work, the structure, the thousands of mistakes behind every win. Yes, you can make money in trading and change your life, but only if you're willing to go slow and right. Yes, read it again. Slow and right. Most people who enter this game rush in like it's casino. They'll click buy or sell. They're placing a bet, hoping the market move in their favor. Sometime it does, and that random win feels like a magic. But randomness is not the strategy, and without the structure, you will lose more than you win. The market is like a 24/7 live stream. It's always moving, full of actions, suspense, drama, just like your favorite Netflix series. But don't get lost in the entertainment. Every trade you take must have a reason, a plan, a risk management. You can live with it, but you're not here to binge with price. You're here to learn how to navigate it with the clarity. Let me tell you the hard truth. Every trade you take has a 50% chance of winning and 50% chance of losing. But trading isn't about coin flips. It's about stacking the odds in your favor through preparation, through risk controls, through execution and reflection. One good trade won't make you rich. One bad trade without discipline can wipe out weeks of progress. Weeks of progress. This journey will challenge you. Some days you will powerful, other days defeated. But if you're willing to take it slow, if you are ready to unlearn bad habits and build the right habits, then you are here in the right place. We are not here to sell dreams. We're here to teach reality through structured sessions, real market examples. And a community that actually supports you will show you how to approach training like a professional. If this resonates with you, then here is the next step. This video is part of 5-part beginner series to help you start trading futures. Right away, we are going to talk the real strategies, risk controls, journaling, market prep, everything I wish someone gave me when I started. So this message resonates with you, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell icon on, and watch for the episode number 2, how to prep for the trading day, dropping soon. Hey traders, how you guys doing? How was the day yesterday? I had an awesome day yesterday. Very clean moves, and I see so many people on the YouTube and on the X that they're trying to go long. And then yesterday, I was telling you, I was giving analysis in the pre-market and the later on, And I was telling you, everybody, that do not try to go long at all. This is not at all the long pattern or long market structure. I have given various heads up to you guys to manage accordingly. I hope you guys have not blew up the account. Even in the morning when we were shorting, I saw so many traders just trying to go long. And yeah, I mean, and the sad part it is that, and they're chasing the move as well. So you never do that, because it's just going to create uh, the kind of a structure for you guys to lose money when you try to chase the bottom. Morning, Vivek. Do you want to come join? I sent you the link. Same here on the chat. So how was your overall day? And as our routine, we do the analysis. Pre-market analysis is going to begin in a 5 minutes, and so close to 9:40. And then what we're going to do is to build up some trade ideas between the 9:45, 8:45 to 9:15, and then we're going to execute at 9:30. So Vivek, how was your day? I was telling, right, that don't try to chase the bottom. Yesterday was a very weak price action. And I saw so many on the people on the X that they, even the 10 o'clock when we are short, they all people, they're just trying to go long and just chasing the bottom. And unfortunately, there was no bottom yesterday.
Yeah, it was crazy. Of course, I did not lose money yesterday. I lost money the previous day, Monday, a little bit. Yesterday was I was a little bit cautious. It was good. I made a little bit money, not a lot.
Yeah. So I
It's
mean, I had a good day. We did a couple of shorts, so it really worked well. But that's the power of market context, right? And I always guide you guys that this is really important for you to understand how ranges works, how the structure works. And if you do not have understanding, maybe we can discuss in today's master strategy class when we're going to see. And this is a classic, uh, essentially the market context session, where we say, okay, what, respect, look at the structure, what market is telling you. Don't try to go long when there's no long there. There is no support behind it. There is no, market. When market is telling you that just get out of my way.
yeah. Both days were like Monday. Um, the way I mean, of course, you were right, but most of the people were wrong because the way people expected that it will not, it was like looking short in the beginning, right? But then it
Exactly.
went up like crazy. And then yesterday, it was looking like bullish in the beginning, and then it never was bullish. And then suddenly in the Asia session again, it became bullish. So it's of course. I don't know what the context was on the Asia session, but there was maybe the market is totally bullish, right? It never sells off, like you say, right? Right now, you cannot you cannot see selling for a long time. A little bit selling, and then again it starts looking
Yeah, and
bullish.
I think I will cover in the next few minutes of the analysis. So, market usually, and if you look at my screen, so market usually function, you know, in the waves, right?
Yeah,
And the waves happen is that, um, why? Because you need to imagine there is a two forces: buyers who wanted to see the price up, and there is a sellers who want to see the price lower, right? And then there is also people who are in the sideline, which they looking to find the entry, because they're thinking, okay, it's too high. They're looking for the low entry, right? So always remember, there's a three people: one who are actively participating and one on the sideline, right? And sideline could be both the short sideline as well, and the long side. So for instance, assume take an example as that that the person who missed the short here. Okay, it was
Yeah.
very fast, missed the short. So what would be if you are a short bias trader? What are you looking for? You're looking for a meaningful bounce to short,
Yeah.
right? You're not gonna short at the bottom, right? You're gonna looking for at least the half a coverage, 50% coverage or 60% coverage of the from the bottom, recent bottom. So then you can basically build your position in short. And what would be the people on the sideline who was thinking that price was too high on July 31st and they're looking for entry? They say, you know what, I was looking for a smaller pullback. I need a pullback. Once I'm gonna get to see the pullback, I'm gonna start building my position for the next leg up. So what happened? The main market came in, they started bottom fishing, they pushed the price up. Sunday pushed price again, buyers came in, lifted prices again and again because there was no active short sellers here. Because those short sellers who shorted here, they might be covering here as well, right? And they
Yeah.
started covering more, and they're started buying more, and then price started halt here. So what next? Now this when this kind of a contraction pattern is created, there's a two forces really active. One is the long side and one is the short side. The short side thinking this is a top, and they're building the short side positioning. And those who are long side, they're looking for a breakout, right? They have the range. If I just clean it up, you're going to see there is a clear range. So now there's a clear range created. So those who went long, they wanted to see price further up. But those who are, short side buyers, they're looking for price to go down. And remember, that's why we found the level on 63.55, and we say, you know what, that would be the level where we need to see if this is going to break down. Then, those who went long, they started taking the profit. So what happened? Exactly the same thing. The price came down here. Those who were long from Sunday or Friday night, they started taking the profit. Those who wanted to short the position, they are aggressively shorting the position. And then, next thing we have in the market came back all the way to the starting point of the Monday morning.
Yeah. Yep.
So, this is the way market functions.
Yep.
If even if you know that if you hold certain asset on the long side and you know the price is coming down, what you gonna do? Are you gonna wait to come back down to your old price, or are you gonna say, you know what, just suck it, take it whatever you have, take the profit and close the trade, right?
Yep.
So, and if you're shorting and you say, oh, you know what, support broke, and if you're short bias, what you're gonna do? You say, but just you're gonna hitting the bids. Okay, buy, sell, right?
Hmm.
And the long position also are selling. You also selling. So
Hmm.
automatically the sudden supply and demand dynamics change, and then everybody starts selling. And next thing you see that the price came back all the way here.
Hmm. Yep. Yesterday, ISM also messed up a little bit. ISM came weak, um, so that changed the direction a little bit. But yeah.
That's true as well. But I felt like the ISM doesn't have that much importance.
Mhm.
you know, this is basically a CNBC analyst kind of a comment, because what they always do, they wanted to make sure that they have some reason, because market likes to find the reason,
Mhm.
but actually if this doesn't have any reason, it's just a pure demand and supply.
Yeah.
This sell off is does nothing to do with any news.
Mhm.
If it's a bad news, then it should come down under the lows of yesterday, or I mean on Friday, if it's that really bad news.
Yeah.
Since it didn't, it just means that it's just a demand supply reaction.
Mhm.
So now we are holding yesterday low. So if you're holding yesterday low, so then see what here. So it cannot be bearish anymore today, because why? This is the low, right? So this is a high, this is a low. Of course, it's a lower high, and now this is the low. We don't know this. This is basically a higher low, right? It could be like this now. So that's why, because it didn't go below the Friday opening range, or close to the ranges uh, of the Friday lows. since it's stuck within the ranges of the Monday morning, that's really mean that it's not that weak, right? And it's above 6,300. So um, this price action is not bearish. This more neutral price action at this point.
Hmm.
So right now, the longs are also watching, shorts are watching, and shorts must be very crazily, you know, watching it, because if they see the price starting more going back up again and reclaim the 11 o'clock high, which is on the NQ is 23,240, and on the ES we have the 6350. Then you know what gonna happen? Long started going to buy and the short started going to cover,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So that's back. Actually, this is what this market is all about: demand and supply.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's very important to be aware of the context and act quickly based on what's going on in the market also, right? Like, and news affects only a little bit, but then the markets, the demand and supply take over.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I'm gonna pitch some sound, guys. Are you guys hey on the YouTube? Can you say hello if you're listening to me? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to play some sounds. Let me know if you can hear those sounds. Did you hear a sound, Vivek?
I don't.
Okay, you didn't. What about the YouTube guys? I basically subscribe to a soundboard. That's basically you can create some sounds of horn and others um, to make it more chilling when we make the good trades. But I
Hmm.
wanted to see that whether YouTube can hear. Hey Julian, can you hear the sound? I'm doing the horn. Okay, so YouTube can hear, but that's fine. All right, so you can hear. That's really nice. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So they have a funny sound as well. Look at this one. Hello, can you guys hear me? Is this a funny sound for you, Julian? Hello. So anyway, all right. So definitely, the market is in a neutral price zone, and I'm gonna do the let's do the daily recap of the market, what market is trying to do, and what is our next steps would be. That's how we should be trading today. So today, as I said, see, market has made the downside move. Let me just change the pen here. So we are looking at the ES. We can clearly see that the market made the downside move, then the moved up. So it's a high, low, lower high, right? Now the question is that is this going to stall here and then move back up, or is going to stall here and then come back down? So this is a low. So yesterday low would be very important for us to see. As far as it's above 63.14, stay above 6300, there will be harder for us to imagine that it's going to go and come back down and then retest the low of the day. So if you look at it, we have a lot of we still have a gap. So I think the better gap we're going to see in the SPY. Let me bring the SPY chart here. So if you can see here, what gap we have. So here, if you look at it, we came down here. We have this gap, which was filled on Monday. Then we have closed again, but we held this Friday low, opening range. So as far as we are above the Friday, uh, this area 625, this area, still even this area, this could be a choppy area. So I would just say that this area is really a very cautious trade. You can take 1 or 2 point move trade, but don't expect too much from it. Why? You can clearly see that until we are here, we cannot say that market is breaking down. Yes, the moment we see that SPY had broke under 625, then definitely we can clearly see that market is going to go back and retest this 620 area. So that's basically a bigger range in the trade we have. So this area is not as such. So don't size up unless we see this. It could be happen Friday. It could chop around a couple of days, and then maybe on Friday, it can also possible that it can come back up, retest here, and then another move up. So if it's moving back up, also don't try to go short there as well. Okay, thinking about that is bearish. So right now, market is in the neutral zone. I would just consider the neutral zone where we definitely need to see what market condition, market price action will tell us, and then we will join the the trade with it. If market doesn't say anything to us, it's going to stay within this range, and so we cannot say. So now, if I just summarize, I would summarize in a way that clearly on the July 31st market, or ES has, or SPY, whatever you want to say, made the high. And then August 1st, we had the very sharp downside continuation of 2-day downside move came in. So we made the low. Then the Monday morning, we have closed that gap which was created between the 31st and August 1st. Then yesterday we had a sell off. We couldn't break out above that and then start selling off again. But still, we are above. Right now on Wednesday, we are above the low of the Tuesday, above the opening price of the Monday morning, and above the opening price of the Friday. So right now it's kind of a neutral mid zone. We need to see that market make the consolidation and go to the another leg up. And if it's go another leg up, then we can consider going long. And if it's started breaking under the Monday lows, then we will start considering short pattern, and that could be a very strong. So right now is in the neutral zone. From the perspective of the ES levels, we can clearly see that if markets stay within the range here right now, between 63.10, 63.30, it could be very choppy area. We need to be very carefully examine. If it's breaking down, I would not be the short seller here. I would rather look for a setup where I can clearly see a bouncing. So this could be a range day, but if ES breakout over 63.80, I would consider for going long. And if it start failing 6300, I will start preparing for the short side move. If it stay between the neutral between 63.30 to 63.60, I would rather be cautious and not to take any trades. But you can take definitely a trade between 63.30 to 63.10.
So
Any
question,
question?
Sean. Um, like uh, Monday, definitely it went up, right? And then Tuesday it retraced like almost 40% or 50%, and then recovered to 40. And then, so today, what would be your bias? I know you already mentioned the context and stuff, but what would be your bias? Whether it be like a going up bias or a going down bias?
See, I would consider to this a neutral bias. Is basically in the middle of the range
So
right
no
now.
bias.
Yeah, as I said, there's a neutral zone right now, so we don't know what market forces react. So if you look at the 2 days prior trend, we would imagine that this should go down. Okay, but if you look at the higher time frames trend, you're gonna expect this is the higher low, and you see another leg up.
That's
So
what
you
I,
know,
yeah.
so but the problem is that Alex always explained to you, when these kind of situation happens, you have a 50-50 edge. So you do not have any edge to predict the uh, uh, market direction. Here we have a 70-30 ratio. I can 70% I can easily see that it's going to come back down, and that's why we shorted it, right? But this is a neutral zone. We don't know where first reaction would it be, but when this tight range comes in, you need to make sure that you follow the trend. So if market tries to move back up, we'll go long. If markets come and try to go short, then we or close this gap, we're going to go look for the short, right? That's simple it is. Right now, based on this, you cannot predict or anticipate with a certain edge that you're going to say that this is going to happen, given two different time frames telling you a different story. Here, in this case, the time frames are not aligned. But in day before, on August 5th, they was aligned. We know market has moved up, right? And if it's gonna sell out, there should be somewhere there should be sell out because it's gonna be lower high.
No,
Got it?
agree. Yeah, agree.
Any other question, guys, on the YouTube? And also remember, today is the Wednesday. Wednesday is usually the hump day, right? Market always does very strange things on Wednesdays and Thursdays because of midweek. So people started taking position for Friday closing. Because this is a perfect day where you're gonna get the best price of your weekly option because the midway, right in the middle of the range. So people going to buy, maybe some buying along weekly options, thinking it's gonna close higher on Friday. Some are thinking it's gonna go lower. They're gonna buy puts. You know what I mean? And in this day also, you can see the extreme reactions that the algos create extreme reaction on the one side to make one side more expensive, and then they move back down. Morning high rise. So this is very pretty normal on Wednesdays to do that stuff. The algo tricks you. Did you trade high rise yesterday after we left? And I said that this was a clean, a full day, move down. So see here now, again, if you look at it here, let me just turn on the volume, and you can see here, it tried to go below the prior day close, and it started bouncing back again uh, from the 10 o'clock bounce. So we can clearly see that this price 63.30 is not easy to break down. There are a lot of support coming in here. So that's why I was telling you the neutral zone likely, um, so zone likely be created between the high uh, and this area. So I'm not sure whether it's going to break in the one direction, but we will see, because the 63.32 to 63.56 is almost the 20 points.
So Sean, you also like following some other thought processes like Elliott wave? You just mentioned waves, right? So wave theory is enunciated by Elliott, right? Elliott wave. So do you also take that into consideration sometimes or not?
So let me answer you. So Derek, we start 8:30 here. Join our free community. So 8:30 we start and start chatting, and then we 8:40 close to 8:40 and do the pre-market analysis, and then we build the trade ideas and setup, and then we execute at 9:30 when market opens. So, essentially, I don't follow that wave theory as such, but it's just the concept that market never go into the straight line. So I don't even know the exact wave theory, but so from the understanding perspective, our my philosophy is the market structure, market context, market sentiments, price action. That's it. And when you need an executable ideas to identify what's happening in the market, you find these structures in the lower time frame on a 30-minute chart. Uh, if you starting out, you can use the Fibonacci retracement just to gauge an idea. You can use the moving averages uh, as well, just to gauge where what market is going. But most important is to understand the market sentiments and market structure. So what does really mean in just a one line? Because we can't just put everything together in a one pre-market. But just to understand, if you go back to my previous videos, I was telling you here throughout this time we were long, and I was telling you that market is in the regime of sentiment is extreme bullish sentiment uh, on the institutional level, and bearishness on the retail side. And I was telling you that there is no way you're going to short this market. And I keep preaching and we keep going long because this market structure was all about long. Now, those who are those who are doesn't do not understand the market structure clearly, they're still feeling that they are still here, but they're not here. Now the market had suddenly changed his character. And if you recall, last week of July, when we have advanced strategy classes, and I was telling that you're going to see that the August month will not start, you're going to see a significant deviation in the market when the market structure is going to get changed. And and I give you the secret day that you need to follow to see that what is going to happen next month. You remember? You don't need to say that. We're going to cover into our next class. But you remember that day, right? I was telling you that sometime that weekdays is going to give you an exact story what going to reflect in the next month. And now we see that this area is not as equal to this area. So market is already shifted for the month of August. If you're really trying to go dip buys in the month of August, you're likely going to lose everything what you have made into the July or June. Market is no more in the way in the in the regime where every dip after 15 minutes is going to be bought back. No more. At least at this point, it is not. Yes, dip is going to be bought back up, but maybe day next, maybe sometime you're gonna see aggressive pullbacks, but not exactly what we saw on this side, on the left side of my chart, where market doesn't even allow sell off for 15 minutes. You remember those days, right? You go and
Yeah.
check. Either sell off happen in 15 minutes and then immediately buying brigades comes in. So still the buying will be happening. Market is still uptrending overall context. But what I'm saying that is not going to be as quick as we used to see things in June and July. And if you're going to try that, I'm telling you, you're going to lose everything in August what you have made or more in the June and July. And that's why market keep changes, and that's why you need the mentor who can guide you when the market quickly changes its character. So for me, the market has already changed its character. Is no not the same character, and you've seen yesterday. Okay, you have
Yeah.
seen July 31st. You have seen the how when you see this big candles, you know, when you've seen you have not seen recently, right? So market character has already changed. But is that if I'm not tell you, you will not understand it. And if you will not understand it, you will still try to do the same thing what you were trying in July. Similarly, when the March and April market was really weak, everyone was trying to buy dip, hoping it's going to go up, and it didn't. And then when the April comes in, they were trying to short everything. They're thinking that market is going to do exactly what they did in March, but market doesn't do that. Market will just keep going up, and this is in our is evident on our watch. I mean, in just the 4 months, that how quickly and subtly market changes character, and you will never able to understand it if you don't have a right mentor with you.
Yep. Yeah, definitely that this big candle, small candle concept is amazing. And as you see, as you said, I'm looking at the daily chart for NQ, and it was all small candles for the whole of July. And then as soon as August hit, it became big candles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so market has completely changed its character. I don't think that this is the same market. Uh, it doesn't mean that I'm saying that it's going to go like the March and April. Okay, don't think from that perspective. What I'm just saying that at least in August we see a character which is different from the July. There might be aggressive buying one day, aggressive selling other day. So just be ready for anything. It's not like that. Oh, yesterday was the buying, so today cannot be selling, or today is selling, so cannot be buying tomorrow. Just like I was telling today that today is a neutral zone. Yesterday for me the bearish zone. Today market is a neutral zone. I don't know what market going to do. We need to see what market does when market opens, and then we'll decide our action plan. We have the level in place. We're going to see if it's breaking out. So, and you can see the Monday, the August 31st or August 1st was extreme sell off, aggressive sell off, and Monday there's aggressive buying. There's no look back. Market just keep ripping, and we were waiting for just small pullback, and there was no pullback. And then Tuesday starts. There is again the same thing, but is it this on Tuesday? It is just downside move. There's no upside move at all. So what I'm just saying that in the August, just get ready for anything. Okay, it could be aggressive buying one day and aggressive selling another day.
So today is an A day, B day, C day,
I,
D
I
day.
would I would just say B day, yeah, because it's a neutral zone right now.
Okay. The sizing is important, like
Today's
last
sizing is
week.
important because it could be in the range. It can easily a little bit come down, and then you think is a short, you short it, and then squeeze you up very hard, right?
Yep.
Because right now is a neutral zone, and these zones are tough because you don't know which direction market is going to take once market going to open.
Yep. Yeah, yesterday AMD results were not taken well by the
Yeah,
market.
well, I didn't follow that. What happened there? So, um, what was the results? The result was not that good.
So results were okay. They were not bad. I mean, they were in the line, but I think they did not include China revenues, um,
Why?
or in the forecast, because they don't know. They didn't specify specifically because they don't want to mess with the politics part.
No.
They, because tariffs are going, nobody knows the tariffs, right? So and so they did not specify any details about, uh, a lot depends upon like the actual results and the forecast, right? So
Yeah.
the forecast side, they did not forecast about China, so the market did not like it.
I think there was a one more. I think what was that? Let me see. I think hymns. Yes, a hymn.
Hims
So,
was there. Hims is there, yeah.
see, what happened is that they sell off. I don't know what the news here. I didn't follow that, but it sell off, and then I saw that the once market opened, it closed the gap. Okay,
Yeah,
it is also possible for AMD as well, that it just wanted to, because they know this retail traders a lot of buying long, expecting a big move, blah blah blah, so they can easily push the prices down. You know, you know, because if somebody's buying call, is somebody selling too, right?
yeah.
So institution once close their position and then they move their prices up, it could easily possible.
No, AMD has been going up since it's sold off yesterday. It has been
Yeah,
going
same
up.
thing. So once market open, it can, because see, the reason why I'm saying is that if you look at it, it's still above the previous breakout point. So it's
Yeah,
holding 160 very nicely.
yeah,
Okay, so if it's holding 160 nicely, if it's gonna break down under the pre-market low, then yes, you're gonna see another 5 to 10% move down because there is no support here. But we can clearly see that this is the breakout point for the previous long. So those who went long here, they must have taken some profit before the earning. Now price come back down here and then hold, right? They immediately gonna go and add their position because they're still above their average, right? They'll likely be enter here, then some here. So their opening price, uh, their average price of the position price should be somewhere here. Those who have taken the trade here. So say this is a breakout point, right? And usually people go here. So in between, this is would be their. If I would be buying long, I would be buying between this range. Um, and another breakout point was here, 144. So if 158 fails, then there's a high likelihood that we're going to see a downside move, but I doubt that it's going to fail. I think it's going to hold this level. Any question, guys? Feel free to ask the question if you have. Morning, Waldemar. What time is it? 9:11. I'm just gonna quickly, Vivek, you take a little bit here. I'm gonna just quickly go use the restroom, and I'll be back.
sure. Yeah, I'll take it lightly today too because it's a neutral zone today. All depends upon how the market acts at 9:30. Yeah, hydro. It is going to be interesting. It looks bullish a little bit, but you never know when it changes direction. So that's why we are keeping it neutral zone today. For a test of 22,000, that's a lot of that's a lot of loss. It's 23,188 right now. So that's like how many thousand? 1,180 points.
All right, guys. Sorry, so I'm here.
So Hydro is saying that we had thinking that we headed to 22,000s.
You know, let's see. I mean, I don't. It's really gonna be tough to say that because of the reason is that it is still in the ranges. Um, if you look at a side by side, the 22,000, 20,000 is too far. No, 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 no. 22,000 is too far. Uh, I think the biggest bottleneck would be the 23,000 and the yesterday low. Um, I think it can happen within this week or next week, um, but it can also happen if we're gonna start failing it. Um, so right now, let's see that how much down from the highs. Let's check the Finviz. Okay, let's go to finviz.com. And let me share my screen. Do you guys see my screen, right? Oops, what
Yep.
happened to me? Okay. All right, see here. So YouTube also look at my screen. Yeah. So let's see here. Okay. So let's see here. We do not have any data this today. Tomorrow we have a initial claims and productivity. Tomorrow could be the day where market can move a little bit. And now let's come back here in the screener, and let's just put the SPY and triple Q. Let's go to the custom, and all right, okay. So now if we just look at it here, uh, we are almost 2.5 and 1.8%. So yes, technically we have a room to go further down. I think that August sell off could go from 3 to 5%. I personally think that the August could be the resting week for 3 to 5% down. And if you look at the um charts, right? Let's just look at the snapshots here, and we see here on the NQ there is a possibility of the retest of the prior high, which is close to 540, and for the ES, we're gonna go um, close to, which is really high, which is basically close to 60. So I mean, we have, but now question is, that is this going to go today? It can easily be like this. What we're thinking about it, or I have a view that it could be which we already have it, we already have here. I think it could be another trap before it come back down. It could be this too. And so what I'm thinking, it could be like this. The Today we have August 6th, so we go move further up end of the week. Then next week we come back down, and then another week come down, and then last week of August we come back here and end here. That's what I'm thinking in my mind, that market would do this uh, before the end of the August. We might be in the same spot uh, end of the August. But now the question is that it can easily be go, because we are now in the neutral zone. It can easily push up first and then come back down, or it can easily come back down and then push higher in the next week. Both scenario can happen. So that's why I'm saying that uh, what we need to see is that who is winning and join, because right now we are very close to neutral zone. It's really hard to predict what going to go next. When's market going to come in? Today is Wednesday. As I mentioned, Wednesday is a little tough because the options have a better premium. Assume that those who went long on the Monday, this is the right time for them to close their position if they are in the loss, because they're still going to get some time premium, right? If they need to roll over, they need to roll over now. As Wednesday expires, then their pricing would be really go sharply down because of the Vega volatility factors and Greek factors. So, but right now price action is definitely negative, and you can see here this blue line is a VWAP. So in NQ we are above the VWAP. ES we are below the VWAP. So since beginning of the day we have the divergence, and on divergences day you need to be extremely cautious on trading because you never know what comes next. Um, we are very close to the bounce, so that's why I'm saying that this level is really important for us. Um, whether ES can reclaim that. And right now, for NQ is really weak in a sense that from the structure perspective. So if you can see here, uh, this is the this is the high, this is the low, this is lower high. But if you look at it structure wise, ES is not like this. ES is double bottom. This is the high, double bottom, higher high, and then low. So it could go here, or it could go here if you're gonna compare from this side. But if you look at it here, it's even though it is above the VWAP, but NQ is structurally more weaker. So a lot of divergences on the neutral zone. So we need to wait for the right things to come out. Market will show its cards today once market going to open, and that's where we need to add in. Right now, it could be the first fast reaction downside, or could be the first fast reaction could be upside. So it's hard to predict who is going to get squeezed who. And we can clearly see that Tesla is close to 308, Nvidia above, just slightly above the yesterday low. AMD is on 160. See, AMD, move all the way to 165 from 161. We were just talking about 10-15 minutes ago. So as far as going to hold the 160, um, it's going to be harder for ES to break down under the lows. So be very cautious today. Size very nicely. This is not the day where you're gonna size like a yesterday. So um,
So, what instrument do you prefer trading today? ES or NQ?
So right now, look like the if we need to go short, I think the NQ is a better option because NQ is structurally more weak. Uh, and if we wanted to go long, we go for ES.
Okay.
This is a good question. Yeah, yeah. So see, so first, so from the game plan perspective, for me, 63, 47, 50 area is very important to see that how market comes. If market fails below 63.30, then we have the 63.10 until we can short until we retest the yesterday low. I'm not sure whether market going to break under the lows of yesterday. We'll see if it happens, then we'll short. Um, uh, if ES is stay between 63.40 and 63.55, I would not take any trade. Between 63.40 and 63.30, I will not take the trade. So these two zone is no trade for me. From the NQ perspective, um, between bit, between 23,100 to 23,220, I would rather not to take any trade. I will take the trade when I see either the clear breakout or breakdown. So right now it is 100-point range. That is too tiny range for get a better patterns. Right now, if you look at it, even just 130 minutes candle is almost the 30, 40 points. And if a bigger candle comes in, it could go to 50, 60, 80 points. Sometimes the opening range itself is, over, um, uh, 70, 80 points. So we'll see that how market opens, what market gives to us. But between the pre-market low to 63.55, no trading zone. Similarly, pre-market low to this area, no trading zone. If breakouts happen, then we can trade it. And today, whatever your size was yesterday, it has to be the half of the size today because this is a range, a very small range day. You can easily lose money. All right. Good luck, guys. Stay calm and composed. No rush. Okay. Looking at the first move, NQ is holding the 23,170 area. ES is bit weak. All right, ES is testing the pre-market low. Let's see what it does here. Okay, sellers coming in. Just wait. Okay, don't force the downside trade yet. I don't see any trade yet. Okay, looks bullish price action. Looks the bullish price action. Get ready for the long side if it's gonna continue. NQ has really hold it very nicely. Watching. Looks good so far. Watch for the going long. NQ. NQ looks strong. Okay, pushing up. Not yet, but looks really strong now. Let's see what else happened here. It's a little bit. It's good. The way we're thinking is strong. Let's see what happens here. Looks strong to me. The NQ price action is strong. ES is still weak under the lows. Okay, watch for the SPY and I'm seeing SPY. So ES and NQ, watch for the ES and NQ. Uh, see, ES is still weak. The NQ is really making the move here, but it's very close to the pre-market high. So I want ES to participate in this move, so then we can go long. Right now, we almost 4 minutes. Still, indecision candles on both sides. So just wait, patiently wait. Okay, it's holding 23,200 as well. NQ is holding. Okay, watch ES. Watch ES for long. I'm long. I'm long ES. Go small size, the 5 point risk here. If it's gonna fail here, NQ is very close to the pre-market high. It can easily fail. Just get ready. Just get ready. If it's gonna fail, we're gonna stop out. But if it's gonna succeed, we're gonna go long. Looks pretty clean here. NQ just hit the pre-market high. Let's see what it does here. Okay, watch. Very good. Yes, it's trying to break out that level, but it's holding it again. Come on. It's trying to hold, but it does not. This would be the last chance for the ES. Otherwise, we're gonna take the stop loss. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. ES and NQ both rejected that level. This is just a first bullish and bearish, so small loss. I took the small loss here on the first trade. Okay, let's see what does here. Okay, we'll see the next trade. Right now, we're within the range. Okay, look at the NQ. NQ is also now towards the. I'm not short yet. I see there's a very small gap, and it's highly possible that it's gonna fill the gap, and then price gonna move back up. So I'm gonna consider going long one more time. Once I see a clear breakout. Okay, let's see still the opening range. Okay, retested happen here. Okay, watch. If it's gonna fail here under 63.28, I can go short. I'm gonna small size if it's gonna fail under 63.28. Just wait. Not yet. Okay, now if it's gonna down go on the down 63.28, I'm gonna go short. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, not yet. Look at this, it's kind of bouncing now. Okay, watch. Okay, watch. We can consider going long here over 6332, 6332 ES. Go small size. Okay, 6332, not yet. You know what? I would. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so is already a range day. I think let's just pass this. Okay, no long, no short. Let's wait for to get the clear structure where market is really showing us where we want to go. It can easily now stop here and come back here on the range and then come back down. So just wait. I think we should wait a couple of more minutes. I can clearly see that the NQ is bouncing, but it's not, it's not a high probability. So, it's better we wait. We should wait. I clearly see it stopping out here. It's going to move back into the range, but we shouldn't be taking those trades. We look for, in 1 second, I was just feeling the pressure to take the trade. So I think we should wait. Once we get the real setup coming in, then we will take it. Okay, just wait. I think that we should wait. See, here is now bouncing back again. That's what I was just looking at it, but it's not a good trade. It's just, it could go easily. Let's wait a little bit more. So Tesla is breaking out. Nvidia is still holding down. So here, look at this. I was thinking, okay, just watch if it's going to break out now. We can go long here. I was thinking exactly that it may just going to go push and retest the range here. All right, let's see what it does next. Okay, watch now. Still lower highs. If it's gonna go above 63.36, I'm gonna go long. 6336. Okay, I'm gonna go long here. Once I start breaking out here. Okay, I'm long. I'm long here. I'm long here. Okay, good. It's moving nicely. So I'm long here. It's moving nicely. Let's see, can it break out over the highs? Come on. Here you go. Very nice. Very good. It's moving nicely. $850 in the money. I'm gonna take the one partial here. I still have the one contract left. Still moving nicely. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Here you go. A bit more. Very nice. Very, very nice. I'm just gonna lift the order. Okay, I'm gonna close it here. Did you guys take it?
Yeah, you take a small size, but it was good. It was good trade.
Did you take it, Vivek?
Yeah, I did take a small size.
Awesome. All right. How about you guys on the YouTube? Okay, let's see what it does now. Can it sell off here? It's rejected again, or it's making lower highs here. It's kind of a rejection coming in here on the 2 minute.
rejected the range, 5 minute range.
Yeah, I'm out from the trade. It's really bad sell off here. So immediately rejected this.
I think NQ is driving the whole thing for whatever reasons.
Yeah, I think Tesla is really on top of the world. NQ is Nvidia is also breaking out here. If it's gonna break out, AMD is also pushing up.
Yeah, I think the whole NQ is being driven by Apple today for whatever reasons.
What Apple is doing today, I
Uh,
can see that
it
happening.
went up from 202 to 210 today.
Oh wow,
That's a big deal for Apple, right?
yeah,
$7, $8.
yes, yes, for sure.
I'm not sure what's the news behind it, but it just jumped.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so now I'm watching it to see that we can find one more trade. Great, congratulations, Derek. Very good. So you came first time in our, and then you had a wonderful trade with us. Awesome. No problem, Lore Wagon. We look for the another trade. If you missed it, don't worry. Uh, welcome to our channel. Uh, really appreciate guys sticking around. Our just don't chase the candles. All of my teaching, all of my ideas is that wait for your setup, okay? And the setup will come. Market is not going anywhere. Just learn the patience. Right now, we clearly can see that if you look at my chart, I'm going to explain to you that this is the morning range here. Right now, we are within this 10-point range, right? And it's a very tiny range. Based on even our rules, I explained to you before pre-market analysis that we completely avoid market in this range. And right now, it is this range. Just avoid it all. Avoid it all. So no trade from the ES. I was only took the trade because NQ was really pushing it, and then we took the NQ trade in the second one, and really pushed out. Now it paid off. Now it's coming back into the range. So we need to wait for the ES and NQ to break the range. And if it's gonna break the range, it's can likely go back up. As I said in the pre-market analysis, that today I doubt that this is going to be the continuation. It likely going to be the range and the neutral day. It's likely going to move up and down, a little bit upside, range going to retest. And maybe you can easily retest 6360, which is the pre-market high on the ES. So just wait for this setup before we jump to any trade. And I'm gonna play some sound. Let's see if you guys hear or no. This is the I'm just trying exploring that. This is called the soundboard. Have a lot of different sounds. So I wanted to find the best sound we will make it when we had a good trade. All right. All right. So watch ES is breaking out. If you or NQ is breaking out here. If we want to take the trade, we can take the trade here. Go small size because you're chasing a little bit of move on the breakout side. So just go a little bit. That's fine. Little bit is fine. Um, little bit size okay because it has a potential now to move back because this is a second break happening in the market. So first break happened on the downside, it failed, upside failed, and now is a third attempt. So there's a third time when the breakout happens, likely is a real deal. So this is high possible that this breakout is much more real than any other breakout because this is a third attempt of this breakout. So go small size, don't chase it too much, but it still has the potential to make it, given it is the fourth attempt of this breakout. So we just need a little bit of breakout. It's gonna break out over 6330 or 6343 is gonna rip. Here you go. NQ is breaking out. ES is breaking out. Here you go. Come on. Come on. Come on, good. Good, guys, good. Have you guys taken it? This trade, have you taken it? Watch your size, okay? Don't chase this because it can easily smoke you. The given the it's 10 o'clock coming in. Just watch because this is a chase, it's small size. Let's say this is an important test. Can it hold this level? Is an opening range here? Good. Push. It's almost 4 minutes before the for 10 o'clock bell. This is the sixth attempt market is making to go upside. There's a lot of orders sitting on the upside, but I think the market is adamant to go up. Almost 3 more minutes. All right, I just stopped out onto this trade on the ES. I'm gonna wait because it's just not moving. There's a lot of orders sitting on. I'm still very much profitable, so we're just gonna wait for the next setup to come in. It was a big breakout. Is this basically look at failure, 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 failure. This time, when this third attempt, usually the most powerful breakout happened, and it broke out. But look at this, the volume didn't get the support. So don't hold those things, okay? You usually take ES with the 3 to 5 point risk. That's it. And as I want you to take the smaller size, so don't force the size here. Still very much into the range. Market still trying to hold. Let's see 2 minutes remaining. What market does here?
Today there's no significant news at 10, but yeah, still,
Usually this is 30-minute mark,
yeah,
right?
that's right. Amateur hour is over.
Yeah, because see, if it couldn't break down right now, if you look at it, it's making the lower, higher lows, right? High, low, high, low, higher, low. So if market respect this 63.35, there's likely going to be the next upside move because a lot of traders trying to short here, so they must have built their position, and if it's going to squeeze happen, it's going to squeeze really tight, right? But if we're going to come back down and break another lows, then we're ready to short as well. But we need to wait for now what happened next. All right, 20 more seconds. I don't see any downside orders on the NQ. NQ book is pretty clean, and ES has some order at 63.20, but majority orders are on the upside. NQ book is completely empty on the downside. The first last order I see on 23.137, which is really too far. So we'll see. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Let's see what happened next. Okay, NQ is trying to hold. ES is trying to hold. We need to see if the range breaks. 63.40 would be an important range here. All right, watch. I'm gonna go long again on the SPY if it's gonna break this time 63.40. If it's not breaking 63.40, I'm not going long. Watch. All right, it's breaking 63.40. Get ready for long. NQ is already broke out. This is going to be the fourth attempt. Still in the range right now. Market is unable to break that range. See again, ES is retested 63.40 and then little bit rejection, but not too much this time.
Yeah, both the indexes are trying to be in the range, 5 minute range.
Yeah.
And if we look at the 30 minute range, then they have a well,
Here you go.
oh my goodness.
Here you go.
Took all the orders at the top.
Yeah.
Now there's no order.
I'm gonna see if we can back test 63.40. We can enter. I don't want too much pullback, but if it's gonna, yes, it's a 41 right now. Can it hold? If it's gonna break out now, we can go long here. Because I don't want another pullback here. This is the, you know, another attempt after another attempt is pulling back. Okay, I'm long. I'm long, small size. NQ really strong. ES is already reclaimed 63.40. The only risk I have, see, I'm going small size because the only risk I see is the range bias again, and market just, but it's after that many attempt it broke. There's a high likelihood it's going to break out. I think it's coming, going back up. Come on, a little bit more. Very good. Did you guys take it this time? Wow, beautiful. Wow, beautiful. Did you guys take it?
Yeah,
What a
I
wow.
I took it and I exited
Oh,
also.
oh, beautiful. I'm out too. I'm out too. Hydra is what I told you. We want to go to 22,000. Forget it. Forget it. I think that still market is going to keep the strong today. I think it's likely chance that it's going to retest the upper band. Lore,
Apple
Lore Vaughan, have you taken this time? Don't tell me you have not taken this time.
Apple is driving it today.
We don't care who's driving as far as we are making money. What'd you say?
No, I know, I know. I'm just saying because NQ that drives NQ and ES both because it's in both indices,
Exactly.
right?
No, look at the NQ and the everything the way it moving forward is just awesome.
Yeah, it's going to go 250 points today.
Is it gonna get maybe at least 23, at least 23,300?
Yeah, I mean it is already up 110 points, right? So it can easily go 100 more.
What about Derek? Have you taken this trade? Lower Vaughan, and you always welcome to join our community. There is a link here, the 7-day free trial. Today is a perfect day. Today is a Wednesday. We have an advanced strategy class every day. Every Wednesday, we have an advanced strategy classes where we discuss the market context and learn about that how market is changing, what you should be looking at it. And if you are interested in, you can join this. It's a 7-day free trial as well, so you are allowed to take that free class today. But it's just joining, scanning this code and getting into it. And I'm telling you that this is the best gift you can give it to yourself. You're going to change your trading substantially improved after taking those classes. And Vivek is one of our friend who joined the class. I think in February, March, and look at him that how much he has improved. He can vouch himself about the mentoring and everything what he received so far.
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing. Um, I mean, I'm losing less, of course. That is the first thing, right? Towards development, and then I'm making more as well. So,
What about Julian? He, Voldemort, have you guys taken those trade on the Discord? Awesome, awesome, Heath. Congratulations. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. I'm gonna feeling happy.
Sean, you'll have to complete the tracker today because it was totally out of my league. You called it pretty well, but it was super quick, right? So entries and exits were super.
Yeah. So see, okay. So Laura Morgan. So I'm gonna discuss that as part of our strategy classes as well. That and if you wanna start and you're new, you don't know me, you can start always by getting my books. So if you go to the smarttraders.com, thesmarttraders.com, you're gonna find. I'm gonna type it here as well. You can scan it. You can start with that, and that's where I teach that how I look at it, what I look at it, and I have discussed in detail. So usually when I take the ES trade, I position size with the maximum 5 point risk. So anytime you enter the trade, you need to be cognizant that this trade could fail and it's gonna go 5 points losing trade, right? Uh, and then when you take the NQ, you always need to make sure you understand that you are losing 20 points. If you anytime you in the trade, conclusion is that if it's not going to work, you're going to lose 20 points, right? There's no way you're going to protect yourself from minimum losses. So now, if you look at the chart here, right? So other rule which I follow is that the moment the instrument break from the area which I wanted to break, right? So in this case, it broke 63.40. The moment it break and then come back down to that level, I basically lift my trailing order to break even to stop out, or maybe 1 point below. Then in this case, I never give room to go all the way 5 points against me once it fails, right? Uh, that's the way I protect my gains and losses. So I was telling you that this is third attempt is making is likely going to be the best chance. And then you do not need to wait to enter here. When if you go back and look at my stream, I was talking that it seems like if market is going to hold here, and I think make the lines as well, that if ES is going to hold here, is making higher lows, and I basically did as well, high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And if it holds here, there will be a big leg up coming up. And I think I mentioned that. So once I share something, then you need to start looking at the idea that, okay, you know what? Once the price is going to go in the direction what I planned it out, I'm going to go and take the trade. So how often I'll get go live every day from 8:30 to 10:30, and then we have a strategy class every Wednesday, and I'm starting out the new batch. Those who guys going to go get on board, I'm going to start a Tuesday beginner class for them, and these going to be all live. And once you have come into that, you're gonna get the access to the past recording as well. So 5 days of live trading, and I'm telling you, this is just the foundational offer. In because we're growing a community, and this 150 is not going to go last very long, because you're getting the live edge, live training with me, plus you're getting all the courses and the live classes. So take the advantage. The moment we're going to grow to a certain level, what I am expecting, uh, we I'm gonna likely gonna raise the price. So I will gladly happy to take you guys come in. I'm you can speak to all of my other students who are on the Discord right now. Only Vivek joins me on the live session. But go watch my YouTube videos, the previous streams. Um, Check the smarttraders.com. I basically post every day the levels, so everything well written, well planned. I don't like to trade randomly trade. So see, now I've already taken the trade, I'm done for the day. I don't care now what market's going to do next, right? If market going to give me a next good setup, I'm going to look for the consolidation and take the new planning. But I 8:30 to 9:30 I planned for this trades, and these trades are over now. So now these are over. It's mean that my plan is over. If I need to take new trades, I need to plan again, and I don't have a mental capacity to go back again and plan, right? Because I like to trade a smaller window, take the quick trades, and then keep it going every day. So that's it is. And yeah, if you like the style, if you love, please come scan it and join our class. And 8 p.m. on Wednesday, we have the strategy classes. So if you join today, I'm going to send you the invite to join our class as well. And it's 7-day trial. You know what? You come in today, and if you don't like it, you can just cancel it. So you're not gonna get, you don't need to pay today, and it's
So,
free trial. Yeah, go
Shashank,
ahead, Veer.
what's the topic today for the strategy?
So today is a dynamic topic. So today I wanted to discuss the how the market is shifting in the month of August, and which we have just discussed this morning as well. And I wanted to give you a brief that how we need to understand the how market character is changing in the August to ensuring and getting we on the right track of making money. We made a lot of money yesterday. I saw X, YouTube, everyone trying to go long, and they have blew their accounts one after one. Today might be they again trying shorting. We're gonna go back and look at it, X what people are doing, but likely they might be thinking, when it's when below the pre-market low, they might be thinking is going to be the short, and they might have squeezed, right? Um, but that's why the market structure and context is important. So I'm going to spend today. The whole discussion is around that how market character is changing. What are the tools you should use to understand and identify yourself these dynamics. So next time when it comes in, then you can identify the change of character. And once this change of character start happening, how would you trade? So today is not about any strategy, but it's about the advanced market analysis and market context.
So
How do you like it?
NQ retraced.
Of course, right? As I said, that look, you see, and the reason is that it doesn't mean the retrace. Look at this, still holding the prior day close, and yeah,
Yeah.
NQ is holding pre-market high. So it's this high possibility is just the lower high, and then move another leg up, right? But I would not trust now anymore because the we are in the very tight range. So my ES and NQ both will do unnecessary tricks. Uh, and you remember today what we call it? Today we call it in the beginning there's a B day. B day means that small size, small profit. Once you take the profit, just run. You do not need to stay in the market on the B days. Yesterday was the A day, right? Today is a B day. B day means that you're gonna find one or two good opportunities. You take it and just leave. Leave the market alone today. If you're gonna trade more today, you're likely gonna lose more. Any questions, Laura Vaughan, Derek?
Yeah, you guys should join tonight. It's a free offer, so why not, right? More the merrier.
Exactly, right? No
8
gain, no loss. You join it, you don't like it, cancel
8
it.
p.m. Eastern. Yep.
8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So right now we came back again into the range, So look at how ugly we are making topping tails. It doesn't mean it's a short. It doesn't mean it's a long. It's just the range. We can come back quickly here, 63.30, and move back up. We don't know what is going to happen next.
So, Sean, your new computer is behaving now?
Is doing good. I think it's doing good. It's better than the. But I'm just thinking that I have a 32 GB. Then given the all the streams and Discord on my system, I think I need to take another RAM to make it 64.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh, because I'm closely monitoring the utilization. Right now, we don't see that much volatility in the market, and my memory is still almost 50%. So if the volatility come in on any given day, it can easily skyrocket 70, 80%, and then it's gonna stop functioning. So I'm just thinking to, upgrade it with the one another 32 GB RAM.
Yeah, memory is cheap nowadays, so yeah, as much as you can have.
Yeah. Yeah, Best Buy is charging almost 60 bucks just to install it.
I mean, you can install it yourself too. Just have
Yeah,
it.
I never tried it. I mean, I tried it way back, but it's easy.
Yeah, super easy. Just because nowadays the boxes are very modular, right? So you just open it and
Mm.
you just install it. You just have to look what kind of configuration it is. Uh, you have 32, right? So whether it's 8 GB into 4 or
Okay,
16.
I think it's a 32 GB, 132 GB, but I will check because it's a newly part system. So I will just go Best Buy and say that give me the compatible RAM for this computer.
Yeah.
Guys, if you really enjoyed it, you made money, please give a thumbs up, and I would love to see you all on today's class. And check the smartreaders.com. There are a lot of materials there. You check the YouTube live streams, the previous streams, get comfortable. uh, I just went long small side Tesla. Let's see what it does here. I think it's going to break out 316. It's really strong today. It might easily fail here. It's making, if market going to fail, likely it's going to fail here as well. Yep.
Yeah, NQ is just dropping like a stone.
So yeah, it's still in the range. I'm not sure whether it's a really bad range right now. Look at the how ugly candle is making.
Yeah,
That's
it went down 100 points almost.
yeah, it's giving away all the gains, right?
Yeah. And there are a lot of orders on the bottom side, so it can go up to 23160.
I think that they will buy back now. I'm not taking it, but I think they're going to buy it. AMD is going under 161. So as I mentioned, it is going to go break under 161. There's a high likelihood that it has to break 160 could be the buying place. 158 is a place where you're going to see a big momentum on the downside if it's going to fail here.
Yeah, if it holds 23,200, then yes, but there are a lot of orders below that.
I think 6330 could be the area where look at this. How ugly would it be? I mean, I doubt that. I definitely doubt that this is. It's still 5 minutes. Let's see that there's a squeeze comes in 5 minutes or no. I think I in a view that it seems to me that they're gonna do the squeeze here um, um, in 5 minutes. The way, but ES is really weak at this point, making really ugly. Still the 5 minutes remaining, so yes, could be. Um, is here you go? Is a double bottom here? Um, making a double bottom.
Yeah,
Let's see.
NQ travels like 150 points
Hmm.
down, and it is going down still. Yeah, 23,160 now.
All right, the momentum come in. Let's see what does next now.
They have orders until 140.
6330 is gone. Yeah, you can easily squeeze here. The way the range is developed.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is going to like it's midnight level right now on NQ, right?
Exactly.
165. So
So,
PDC.
another parameter you can follow always is if the market after even the first 30 40 minutes if it's still in the first 5 minutes of range, it really means that just stay away from that market.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
look at it. It's basically still in the first 5 minutes of the range.
yep. It is in the 5 minute range, and it's going towards. It bounced off the PDC though, so that's a good thing.
If it's gonna fail here, yes, then you can take it. But
Yeah,
if it doesn't fail here, then it means that it's still within the first 5 minutes of range.
yep. I'm just looking at the book map that they have orders until 140, 23140.
See if you can get the 5 minutes of consolidation here. before it make another leg down.
I think there is news at 10:30, but those are mostly like energy, like refinery and crude and all that. So not sure how much it'll drive.
Uh, I don't really know whether that.
Yeah, I don't think that will affect a lot.
Yeah,
But the market has changed the direction. That's for sure.
still in the range. I would just say still in the range. This is important now. So let's see what happens next. I'm watching it. If it's gonna fail here, then we can consider.
So what's the level that you're looking for failure? The 5 minute range?
I basically want, yeah, 5 minute range, but I really want ES to go below the yesterday lows. So if you look at let me just remove the pre-market data. So you can see here, yesterday, a couple of time bounce happened here. Look at this, bounce, bounce, bounce. You see that 63.23 area? I really be interested in shorting, when this range is gonna break, which is 63.10. If it doesn't break 63.10, I think that it's still in the range. So I will not take any trade if it's gonna uh, if it's, just let me remove this here so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see that how, we are in the range, very tight range. So as far as we are above the pre-market low on the NQ and above 63.10 area, 15 area on the ES, I wouldn't consider shorting it because it can bounce from anywhere. Almost 2 minutes remaining.
So on NQ it was an R3 rejection.
Here you go. Look at the C bounce started coming back in. It's still 2 minutes. Let's see how this 5 minutes consolidate. AMD is exactly at 160.
Apple is still strong. The chips are going down. Yeah, now the bounce is coming back.
That's what I was thinking. Let's see what it does here. But definitely, I don't want to short unless those ranges breaks. Okay, that bounce is here now. Very bad candle, ugly candle. Let's see. Only 5 seconds remaining. Okay, this is a test. What market does? Market went back into the range right now. So let's see what it does. Let's just do a little bit zoom in. Look at the AMD exactly at 160. We're saying, thinking about it, it bounced from 160. So market is still holding. All right, I think I'm done. All right, guys, I'm gonna also head out. Guys, I'm gonna see you tonight in the class. All right, if you subscribe, I'm gonna share you the more details later on. All right, Vivek.
Awesome.
All
Thanks.
right, perfect. Bye.
Have a great day.